The discovery of a contagious, stable tear in the fabric of reality was only the first in the long line of discoveries to utterly annihilate existing scientific consensus. Then, there came the next, and after it, yet more were found, all in a line, following a clear pattern. Always near the edge of a solar system, and nearly always leading to a system with planets thought to be inhabitable or possessed of valuable material resources. It was, then, years and years of following this daisy chain of wormholes through the use of drone probes and highly advanced telescopes due to lack of funding and simple trepidation among those with the power to prepare a manned expedition. Eventually, though, another pivotal discovery was made. An utter anomaly. It was, in simple terms, impossible, inconceivable, utterly incomprehensible. What had first been thought to be a single star at the edge of a dwarf galaxy was soon found to be a pattern repeated across the entire galaxy itself. It could not be reconciled with any cosmological model, modern or archaic, established or purely speculative. Small by the scale of galaxies though it was still a galaxy, and it wasn't losing energy. No matter how far through the cosmological fossil record their war jumper probes went, the expected entropic pattern never emerged. It didn't follow the believed to be inevitable expansion of the universe. Not a single of its stars had died in the hundreds of millions of years their supercomputers had scrubbed through. No supernovas, no black holes, no red or white dwarfs, just a perpetual galaxy-wide golden age. And even as their probes approached the edge of the anomalous pygmy galaxy, more anomalies were transmitted back. Each system star possessed several artificial structures, great black rods and 2 series of threes, and either 1 or 2 at the axis, bringing the count to either 7 or 8. The scale of each far outstripped any man-made structure ever conceived of, yet there they were. Possessed of obvious signs like hanging doors, elaborate buttresses and arches, architectural flourishes with no conceivable point of function, and statues. Each black rod was decorated by statues of what was presumed to be the builders of these structures, or at least abstractions of them rendered in the same homogeneous black material as the rods. An oval head, a central trunk from which 4 elongated limbs sprouted. The body layer wasn't new per se, merely an iteration upon one of the more common patterns found amongst the myriad species of civilized spacefaring society. Deeper still as the probes plunged, they found more megastructures, each grander in scale than the last. From artificial asteroid belts to colossal drone swarms, autonomously ferrying gases from gas giants to supermassive orbital works across the solar system. And wrecks. Massive wrecks. Wrecks from ships the size of planets. Even 4-limbed humanoid megastructures with joints and thrusters, and still readable warp energy signatures of such intensity that one struggled to comprehend how far and how quickly they could jump. Not to mention the weapons. Each of these dead, cosmic titans, bearing armaments the scale of which defied explanation, the payloads of which must have threatened to reach the very edge of what was plausible within the laws of physics. Many argued that the mere existence of these megastructures called all known theories about physics into question, and they were right. But what was strangest about all these wrecks was the lack of any suggestion that they had been wrecked where they now rested. There was not a bit of collateral damage, almost no free-floating debris. Then, at the very centre of that cosmic graveyard, in the middle of that otherwise beautiful solar system, they found a megastructure that did not ignore the probe's presence, but actively pinged it in every way the probe could receive. It had a flat top and bottom, from which the great chains connected to nearby wreckage, and 3 sides upon which gigantic alien letters were scribed. The megastructure ejected a canister, which upon pickup and analysis, the probe found to contain several diagrams that were surprisingly close to some species' recorded first contact packages, yet still very far. It included diagrams of the creator species, 3 physical tablets with copies of the writing on the monument, and a number of much smaller objects shaped like elongated versions of the megastructure itself, each labelled with a few of those alien symbols. It was some unknown, anomalous script, incomprehensible on a symbol-by-symbol case, yet when read in its entirety, though it inflicted severe migraines upon first-time readers, it was comprehensible in full, regardless of the reader's linguistic capabilities. The first tablet read as such: "To those who thought to destroy us, rest and be forgotten, for you were never gods, and with our messiahs of steel, we reminded you of that truth. The second tablet read, "To those who thought themselves our betters, gaze upon our works, ye mighty, and despair, for we are not gods, but men, and our work shall outlast yours." And the third tablet read, "To those who come when we have departed, gaze upon our works, ye meek, and rejoice, for we are not gods, but men, and in our wake no world shall succumb to entropy. Never again."